Hey there guys, this is me, Malorian, and this is now Game 4 of the Steamroller. At this point here, I am 3 wins and no losses, so I'm feeling great. And if I can win this one, unfortunately, this tournament's going to end with more than 1 undefeated, but, you know, no matter what, if I win and have all 4 wins, I'm going to be winning at least first or second, and that would be amazing. Now, for this game here, I'm going to be up against my old friend Corey, and he is going with his Retribution. Now, his 2 lists were the Vyros 2 and then also the Ron list, and the Ron list is really scary for Cephalix. Pretty much there's a bunch of magic that can kill Cephalix, or my Thexus rather, and then even for his shooting, he can TK me away from my monstrosities, and then I just get shot up. So I was really worried about that, but then again, I didn't really feel that this was a great scenario for my other list there, for my Magnus 2, plus my Magnus 2 doesn't have any answers for stealth, and he had some strike force whatever dudes, the shooting crossbow guys with stealth in the other list. So I really thought, you know what, let's play it safe, go with a list I know better, and we'll go with Thexus. And it turned out to be a great idea because he's going with Vyros 2, and I feel this is a great matchup. He has a lot of stuff here that hits hard, but I don't care if you hit hard. I have a bunch of cheap guys with tough, and so you can hit me all as you want. I'm just going to roll that tough anyway. So this game, I'm going to be really going for some scenario play, but also attrition. Luckily, I won again the roll to go first, and I was originally going to be trying to go for the right zone because I thought those woods might protect me a bit, but clearly he's a little bit more stacked on the right side, so I'm guessing I'm going to be shifting to the left, but we'll see what happens. So on my first turn here, I kind of measure out how far up his jacks can move and shoot, and I just run up to there. I put 3 focus on each of the monstrosities, they run up, and that's pretty much it. This terrain on the right is going to be an issue. It's also a reason why I decided not to ambush this game. The terrain is so bad on the right that really if I did ambush, it's going to probably be very telegraphed that I'm going to be going to the left side. And, you know, that much knowledge is probably kind of really takes away from the whole ambush thing. So that's why they're all starting on the board. Otherwise, on his turn, he's going to be moving up. He has his whole little Pathfinder spell. So it turned out the woods was, you know, didn't really matter to him at all. Otherwise, the 2 jacks come up and put some covering fire down. It's not really the end of the world. I mean, my guys are so fast I can run around it. Plus, he gave me a little bit of room there between the right one and the water so I can get through. But in the end, I don't think I'm going to really care so much about the right zone. There's no reason for me to get up there close to his jacks and stuff. I'm just going to contest this right zone and go to the left. So that's really what I do. I put 1 more on each of my jacks so that they're a little bit tougher. And otherwise, you can see there, I am just zooming on up. The funny thing there on the right is that I put a few guys there in the zone. And one of them was actually the leader of the slavers that actually went to the zone. Just because my opponent has no answers for stealth. And so if I really want to make sure he's not going to score in there, that's going to be a very difficult model for him to kill. So basically I'm just going completely denial on the right side and really going in on the left side. Alright, so here he comes at me, and of course his little sentinels on the left, they charge in, they do lots of damage. He has some covering fires he puts around. He also comes in and he does a fun thing he can do there with Vyros, where he's able to come over the wall, kill a couple of guys, and then he can reposition back, so that's pretty handy for him. Otherwise, Discordia comes up here, and I got really lucky. I totally didn't even think about this with Discordia, where he was able to move up, was just in range to be spraying at Thexus, and luckily for me, he missed, and the reason for that is that he has silence. I totally didn't know that Jack had silence. If he would have hit me, I would have been casting no magic next turn, and that would be horrendous. Now, he did cast his little feet here, and so that means that whenever I kill somebody, somebody else gets to move. But I think I'm in a pretty good spot here. You know, I can TK up his 1 jack, I can get in there, and I can smash him, and still be fairly far away from his other heavies so he can't really retaliate. Then I can also go and spray away a lot of these sentinels on the left, and because this is all like 1 attack when I do the spray, he only gets to move 1 model after. So what I'm really going to try and do is just decimate all those sentinels on the left. I want to kill every single one, take out the 1 heavy, dominate, and just really get this going. So that's really what I start to do. Thexus goes in there and pops his feet, really just moves the guys apart, moves the one jack closer to me. I TK it around, and then I move over here to the left and do deceleration. And then I decide to start going with the sprays, and they start going in there and spraying. And those Sentinels, they get worked. They get a lot of damage on them. And that's where I realized that, oh yeah, his feet. And so Discordia, which I had made sure to be close to me, all of a sudden just moved away from me. So that was not what I wanted. Then I had the Mindbenders able to walk up and explode the rest of the Sentinels. So yeah, the left Sentinels, they're just gone. However, then by doing that, his other Light Jack was able to move into the zone. So this whole thing about clearing out the zone really just did not work. I think it would have been a lot better if I just would have feeded, pushed him out, ignored him, and then just gone for it. Otherwise, on the right side, I'm really just running up and just trying to waste his time. You know, throwing all the Pressgängers in his face, and then getting up here at the rest of my guys and saying, hey, if you want to go and attack these guys, go ahead, but then my second line is going to really mess you up. So, again, that's really kind of the plan. My Wreckers, no need to dedicate them. I might as well hold them back, so they're just kind of waiting. Oh yeah, except therefore I made one stupid mistake, and what that was is that after two of my Overlords sprayed over on the left side and slaughtered all of the Sentinels, I thought, oh, you know what, I might as well shoot one over here, and I was able to kill one Sentinel, and I didn't think of it until he started doing his vengeance moves. And the hilarious thing about this is that over lunch, Corey and I were joking about how awesome it is when somebody just kills one Sentinel and how stupid it is, and here I did it. I couldn't believe it. I was so upset with myself. His vengeance moves pretty much slaughtered all of those Pressgängers, and now he's going to be charging into my second line, and this was just dumb. You know, before this point, I was feeling very much in control, and now this is going to really hurt. So after those Sentinels on the right do their thing, you can see I was really decimated. He was able to kill off two of my Overlords, a whole bunch of the Drudges. The Pressgängers were completely wiped out. He was able to kill off the Dominator from both units anyway, so the left Pressgängers are now scared and running. He has two of his Jacks in the zone over there on the left side, and a whole bunch of dumb. Now, while we're talking about dumb, another thing that happened here is that Discordia came down and sprayed, and when he sprayed, he went and hit onto my Agitator, and then he rolled right away for the damage after, and then I kind of realized, oh, I should have sack pawned that. And it's just one of those things where I'm sure if I would have been like, come on, you know, I have sack pawn, but it really was just too late. You know, I kind of wrote down the damage. I was actually kind of lucky he didn't kill him, but again, because of silence, now he can't instigate, and that's just really bad. So, you know, I probably should have been a lot faster, just been saying like, oh, that's going to be sack pawn, but that's another one that's on me. I should have been on top of that. It's a very key model, and now that that's gone, that's horrendous, especially because this is going to be Jack fight time. He has two of his Jacks right here, and this is going to be when I'm going to come up there and try and smash him. Now, I should have enough hitting power here that I can take them out regardless, but will hopefully not get screwed over. And I got screwed over. Yeah, pretty much what happens there is that I'm able to Adrenal Flood some of my Drudges on the left. They charge in and destroy the light, so hooray Drudges, you're doing your thing. Otherwise, then, I move myself over here with Thexus. I TK around his Jacks, and then because he's within 10 inches of Thexus, I get free charges. I charge in with the first one, and I'm just barely not able to destroy the first Jack. I say barely, but I left him with 11 boxes, so I actually came, you know, I didn't do that great whatsoever. Then I'm able to charge in with Wrecker number 1. He goes in there, and he's able to finish it off. And it's like, okay, well, at least I got 3 buys on the other one, and I missed them all. And, yeah, so overall, that was 4 misses I had that if I had the Agitator doing his Instigate, would have hit, and then on all those hits, I would have been doing 2 more damage. So, yeah, I'm just feeling super dumb because of this. But hey, one of his Jacks are down. You know, I should be okay here. If you look on the right side, I really took out almost all of his Sentinels. So, you know what? At this point, if he does send his other Jack over to me to the left, you know, I'm going to start controlling his right zone here, or potentially. So, even though things are kind of falling off the rails, I now have 2 points from dominating my zone, so I think it's going okay. And so basically, after some vengeance moves and some attacks with his sentinels, he's able to really soften up Wrecker number 1. That leaves his Jack to finish him off and then do a couple of punches into the other Wrecker. But the other Wrecker is still completely functional. Plus, from being punched, I got 2 free focus. So that's all good. He's also in the zone, so I won't be dominating. And otherwise, he's kind of coming down here on the other side. Made sure to kill my Agitator, to kill the last Overlord, all that type of stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So at this point here, it's still 2-0, but it's going to be very easy for me to go up to 4-0 and really make things very tough for him. So that's really what I do. I'm able to go Thexus and TK around his Jack in such a way that I can still get that free charge. The Wrecker goes in and is able to finish off his Jack. I'm able to finish off the rest of the Sentinels, so that's amazing. And otherwise, I'm just kind of running into him. I get the one Press Ginger that runs into his guy in the back. His one Jack is just surrounded with dudes. Otherwise, I run 2 of my last slavers there into Vyros just to make things a little bit more difficult. It's now 4-0, and it's going to be very tough for him to try and stop me. So on his turn, he runs one guy into my zone just to kind of be there to contest. Otherwise, he pretty much does some neat work on his zone there, where he's able to, you know, trample in and do some attacks. Vyros is able to make some attacks and do some quick work and do some magic. And in the end, he's able to wipe out his entire zone, and so he's going to be able to dominate. So right now, it's 4-2. And then when it comes to my turn, it's really simple. I just throw some focus onto my Wrecker, and I go and I destroy that guy there, and I decide not to put anyone into the zone. And the reason for this is because at the end of this, we're both going to dominate. I'm going to go up to 5. He's going to go up to 4. But because it's going to come down to tie breaks, I want my opponents to be as high scoring as possible. So the fact that he has 4 control points rather than 2 is better for me. So otherwise, this was a great fun game to end things off. I'm going to have another video to talk about final thoughts on the tournament and where I ended up. But yeah, this is one where I really felt lucky he didn't go with Ron. That would have been a much more scarier game. But a couple of key mistakes. You know, forgetting to do that sack pawn, forgetting about the stupid, why did I kill that one sentinel on the right side? That's just so dumb. But otherwise, again, just a nice game for Thexus, able to really take advantage of armies like this, which are designed to hit hard. And when I got 70 dudes that all have tough type thing, I don't really care. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and my final thoughts will be coming up. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.